Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. This is HD, and I'm coming at you guys with another professional broadcast here. As you guys all know, I just a couple days ago released my Heart of the Swarm thoughts, units, reviews, discussion videos, and I did one for every single race. I just wanted to say that since then, I have been thinking nonstop about Heart of the Swarm. Honestly, I've never felt so rejuvenated for Starcraft 2. I mean, like, you guys all know I've always been about Starcraft 2. This is my life. This is my job. It's like my career. I live, breathe, eat, dream, sleep Starcraft. But, you know, with Heart of the Storm on the way, I really got to start thinking that there's going to be a lot of cool new things that are going to be going on in Heart of the Storm. I mean, think about it. We're going to be able to play new units, new strategies, new metagames. Man, it's going to be awesome. Anyways, I don't know why I wanted to talk about that. I'm just so excited for Heart of the Storm. I can't wait for the game to come out. I guess I should go ahead and introduce these players now. This is going to be a very special game here between MarineKingPrime and Czech Prime We. So both these guys obviously in the same clan with Prime. And the other interesting thing to note is that this is a very cool map. Look, even Marine King commentating on it, saying this map is so beautiful. So I guess this is a good opportunity to talk about the map. I've never actually seen it before. It's called Cascade, but the map, well, it really does look kind of nice, doesn't it? One thing that really stands out to me right off the bat is the way the map is geometrically designed. If you look in the mains of each player, pretty small mains, right? It's not that much room to build, and the edges of the base are very jagged, very rugged like that, kind of like a temple or something, or a pyramid. This kind of design really reminds me of the Starcraft Brood War maps. You know, very small mains. You have to make do with what you've got. You don't have that much room to build in. And the way that the map kind of looks is very, you know, pixel-esque, so to say. But the map certainly does look very interesting. I wonder if this is going to bring out different types of strategies. I've never played a game on this map before. The natural looks pretty much like any other natural from any other game. It looks like this would be the third location, and we're just going to travel alongside, do a little bit of a quick tour. Fourth, this would be I guess the opposite side for Marine King, but pretty cool map. There is a Xel'Naga tower there, and there's a Xel'Naga tower there. Notice the ground surrounding the tower, very thin, very small. Could make for some interesting combat around the tower for control. And in general, it's a pretty cool map, I've got to say. The only thing that I would note here is the third expansion actually has a ledge overlooking each third, and that should favor Terran a little bit. They'll be able to get up there with medevacs and drops. So perhaps a Zerg player like Czech is going to want to expand to this little pocket area in the middle rather than kind of expanding down south. That may come into play, or it might not. We'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, do you guys really need me to talk about Marine King and Czech? Both these guys are obviously very good. Both of them have played in the GSL, which is, as you guys know, the premier StarCraft 2 league in South Korea. Both are very talented, and given that they are from the same clan, Czech, I would imagine we're gonna have some interesting, you know, developments. A lot of times when you play with teammates, it just kind of further fuels your drive to try unique things and just go the distance. By the way, this is from a tournament as well, so obviously there is money and fame and respect and prestige on the line and all that good stuff. So interesting. I just see an armory. Oh wow, yeah, there is an armory being built by Marine King in the back. Huh. He built an armory and then a starport. This looks very much like a Thor ship opening. This is like an old beta build that, oh my god, I think he is going for the Thor ship. You know, he built the armory, he went Barracks Factory Starport, kind of like the one-on-one, but he added an armory down, and, you know, this build looks like what you would do when you go Thor shipping. By the way, for those of you guys who don't know what Thor shipping is, essentially you get a medevac, you get a Thor, and you go out on the map and be a boss. So Czech here, I don't know if he realizes what's coming. He only sees a factory and a gas. That's not enough to know exactly what's up, but oh, the Overlord down south, it does see that armory down in the bottom right hand corner. So Czech should know somewhat. I mean, at this point he's probably thinking must be two factory play, must be something like quick siege tanks and maybe Thor Hellion for the mid to late game. So you know, the proper response to that is usually, you know, just a lot of roaches, infestors, lings, things like that. But he's getting a baneling's nest. That's not a very good response to seeing an armory, I feel like, unless he thinks that Marine King is just going to do some kind of a Thor all-in with SCVs surrounding the Thor. Then it makes sense for him to get a baneling nest because you really need banelings to detonate. Anyways, little does he know it's actually a Thor ship. So there is the medevac holding the Thor up in the skies. And now Czech is going to know what's up. He has 3 queens there. The queens focusing the medevac down. That medevac, oh my god, it just barely gets out of there. And a free queen kill for Marine King. Wow. We're going to have to start calling Marine King the Thor King. Thor King Prime. That would be a really cool name to have. But so far, MKP doing some pretty good work with that Thor ship. Now Czech, for whatever reason, deciding to go and attack with all of his speedlings. I guess he was assuming since Marine King went for a Thor ship, his ground forces would not be that large. But little did he know that there is actually quite a few Marines at the ramp. So Marine King, all over the little nuances, all over the little defensive things in this game, but there are a lot of banelings coming out. Now this is going to test Marine King's defenses to the max. Really, all these banelings rolling in, we'll just have to see. I mean, Marine King does have 2 Thors now. We'll just have to see what happens. Here comes the baneling bust. Not really even a bust, it's just like a baneling offensive, but they're being funneled through the 2 Thors. Oh, they detonate on all the Marines though. Now, will these banelings be able to do any more damage? Both Thors have gone down. Wow, Czech actually doing some pretty good work here, guys. Nice raise on the supply depot by MarineKingPrime though. That was actually really essential, but he is losing some SCVs. SCVs are repairing themselves as the medevacs are repairing the SCVs. Can't get better than that. These guys will never die until the banelings come. Oh! But a save by Marine King right there at least saves most of his SCVs. And now another Thor has popped out. So it looks like Marine King is, you know, I think he's going to hold the main at the very least. I'm surprised he hasn't lifted this orbital yet. Oh no, he could lose the orbital. He's got to lift that thing off. Lift off! Lift off! What are you doing? Oh no, he lost the orbital command at the natural. And all of a sudden now, Marine King's build of the, well, he does have a second orbital, but Marine King's build of the Thor ship opening doesn't look so good anymore. I think Czech is kind of running away with this. I mean, he did kill off the orbital. That's a huge setback. But, you know, even though it is a big setback, I feel like Marine King isn't out of it completely yet. I mean, of course, he does have another orbital command. He's now, like, replacing it. So, okay, he's not out of the game, but he has taken some damage so far. One interesting thing to note, though, is that Czech hasn't really been droning up. So you'd think Czech would be a lot further ahead in economy, but he really isn't. So I don't know. This game is still up in the air for grabs. The Thor openings for Marine King so far have been. These Thors have been racking up a lot of kills. Look at this guy, 14 kills. He's a sergeant. This guy's got 1 kill. He's just a recruit for now. But you know, Thors are almost guaranteed to get a ton of kills throughout the game. So keep your eyes peeled. Czech here preparing to go for another wave of aggression after getting the 3rd expansion. Now, Roach, Baneling, Ling. Okay, I really like the addition of Banelings here or there because it will help against SCVs repairing the Thor. But I think Czech's going to have to really be careful here. There's a lot of Thors, but they're actually up in the skies right now. Marine King going for what seemed to be a triple Thor ship. Now has to unload the Thors in the defense. Will he be able to hold this off? Nice pickup of the Thor, bringing it to the back. This Thor, oh, the Thor was saved. The SCVs, I can't say the same for them. Look at how many SCVs went down in the mineral line. And maybe Czech is going to pull out now. Yeah, he's going to holster up and get out of there. I think that was a mission success. He killed, I don't know, maybe like 10 workers right there for a total of 19 this game. And now his drone count looking much healthier than Marine King. So not committing too much right there. I really like the offensive mindset. You know, kill off a couple of SCVs and then pull out. You don't need to commit. And I don't know, that looked pretty sweet to me. Whoa, Czech going for Hydralisks here. That's kind of interesting. Hydras really aren't that good against Thors, especially since the Thor is about to get +1 weapons. I'm pretty sure when a Thor has +1 weapon, it is able to 2-shot a Hydralisk. Don't quote me on that number, guys, but I believe so. Thor has a Hydra has 80 HP. The Thor, maybe not I think it is actually 2-shot. Yeah. So I don't know if Hydras are the right response to seeing all this mech. Don't forget as well that Marine King can transition right into siege tanks because he's already got the infrastructure set up, as he's got the factories and tech labs. So, you know, siege tanks are actually even better against Hydralisks, if you ask me. So I don't know about this Roach Hydra composition. It looks very much like a ZVP from Czech. I don't know, this game is actually really kind of crazy. We have Marine King here going for Thor shipping, very unorthodox playstyle, as he's known for, very unorthodox playstyles. And then we have Czech just going for, you know, balls out, ridiculous aggression, Roach Baneling, Ling attacks at the front door, into Roach Hydra. I don't know, this is really forcing me to kind of think a lot about this game because I've never seen such a playstyle before from either of these guys. Really interesting stuff. Note the Roaches and Hydras do have plus missile level 1. The Thors do have plus weapons level 1. Are about to get plus weapons level 2 actually. And now we can check on the Thors damage 33. Okay, so it will still it will two-shot a Hydralisk. I believe 33 times 2 is 66. Oh, okay, it's still 3-shotting. So now it looks like wow, that's a lot of Thors, guys. Marine King's got a big army at this point in the game. He is actually Thor shipping something around the bottom side of the map, but an Overlord should be able to detect that. And then you guys there see that Czech is sending a couple of Hydralisks down south to deal with the imminent threat. Now, the Thor can micro with the use of the medevac. The medevac really increases the mobility of the Thor, and you know, Marine King can eke out some damage here. He's gonna have to be careful. It looks like he's decided to drop it off here. 1-shot, 2-shot on the Roaches. It is actually a 2-shot on the Hydras. Okay, I'm so confused right now. But the Thor did actually go down as the Hydras were focusing down the medevac. So good work right there by Czech. Czech also attacking the topside expansion right now. This is the 4th expansion of Marine King. He's going to lose a lot of SCVs, but now those Roaches going to run into this wall of Thor. Oh, no. I think Czech is probably going to want to pull out of there. That's a lot of Thors. At this point, I'm surprised Czech hasn't gone for Infestors with Neuroparasite. I guess I do see Pathogen Glands on the way, but he really needs NP if he wants to deal with that many Thors. But he is attacking right now down into the pocket expansion. He may be able to force this orbital to blow up. It is in the red right now. It is about to go down. Not quite. 74 HP. The Thor's coming back down to defend, but as the Thors were coming to defend, Czech attacks the top left expansion. And with that attack, actually able to kill off the orbital up there. So it really looks like Czech now starting to run away with this game, and he is getting Neuroparasite following the Pathogen Glands upgrade. But you know, give credit to Marine King. He was trying out a new cool build. He was trying out the Thor ship, triple Thor ship at one point. He had a whole bunch of Thors and medevacs. It's kind of fallen apart now. I've got to say. I mean, Czech has just gotten way too many expansions. He's about to get the saturation going in the bottom right-hand corner. What is Marine King going to be able to do? This is a big attack here. Marine King doesn't have any SCVs to repair, though, but he may have enough Thors to obliterate everything. Good medevac use here. No, not enough Thors. There's just too many Roaches and Hydras. I apologize. That's just way too many +2 weapon Hydras and Roaches. And, you know, Hydras, when they're protected by the Roaches in the front, they do good work. And it looks like they're going to be able to overrun that entire Thor army, and Marine King calls the good game. Wow, that was that was an interesting Zerg versus Terran, very unorthodox. You don't see that every day. You don't see, you know, a Terran player opening up with Thors and medevacs, dubbed the Thor ship. And you don't see Zerg players kind of going really aggressive against a Thor opening because Thors are so bulky and beefy, and then transitioning that into Roaches and Hydras. That was an interesting game, and of course it was an interesting map as well. Very beautiful map, by the way. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this broadcast. This is a best of 3 series, so following this I'm going to have another game with Czech and Marine King, possibly a 3rd game. Make sure you guys stay tuned. And if you guys get a chance, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to me on YouTube. I'd really appreciate it. See you guys in the next game. HD.